Okay, so I guess we're recording now. I've been trying this now for a week and a half, 2 weeks. I've had 10 or 12 attempts at trying to figure out how to do a video podcast, or some people call it vodcasting, and different names for it. I have this really nice studio condenser microphone going through an interface, and I have it set up so I don't have to run my recording program that I'm going to put this into later. Uh, so in order to hear myself through these headphones, I have an audio interface that it's pretty neat. It has a feature where you can just listen back through that, and so I'm muted going through the other thing, but I'm not going through the program anyway. So I explain that stuff in another vodcast if I get around to that. Anyways. So yeah, I'm using this. I got lucky a few years ago and got this really nice condenser microphone, small condenser microphone. There's medium and large condenser microphones. There's dynamic microphones of different sizes. There's ribbon microphones. This is called a small condenser microphone, and it's made by a company that's just really well respected company. They make all kinds of dynamic microphones that are used all the time, and they're not that expensive. This one's a fairly expensive for me microphone, but I got a really good deal on it on an auction. Anyways, that's enough about that. So what I'm doing is I'm thinking about doing some podcasting. I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet. I'm a musician, and I play mainly guitar. I can sing. I do both. I also could maybe do a little beginner piano lessons, or could do guitar lessons on a more professional level. I'm interested in a lot of other things too, history and science and all kinds of things. And I know people are out there already giving lessons and stuff like that. Maybe on YouTube and places like that. I'm just thinking of maybe trying to do something maybe a little more fun, a little more interesting. And once I figure out how to work all this stuff right, see, I've like I said, I've done this several times over the last couple weeks probably, and every time I do it, there's something's wrong. I'm like, if I use my eyesight, if I do the thing I have on my computer, the camera on my computer, then I end up in a mirror image, and so then I look left-handed instead of right-handed, and I couldn't fix it after the fact, so it's not retroactive. I have to have it already set to automatically do that before I do it. And then I found out it was only for capturing a photo, not for video. And so I had done another whole thing, and it didn't work out either. Before that, I had used just a regular camera I have, but it's kind of old. It's from 2002, so it's only a 3.2 megapixel. It has a little bit of movie capability on it, and so I was using that. And I was fairly successful with that, but with doing that, I had to record that camera at the same time I was in my recording program, if you know what I'm talking about, audio recording program. So then I would have two tracks, and then I had to meld the tracks together because my movements weren't matching up with the sound. Now, recently, I have figured out within my recording program, my audio recording program, that I can do something really simple to fix that problem. And I only have to have one region, so I tried to do that, but it didn't work because I was backwards. But now I figured out a way to use another program on here, that's just on the computer, that uses the same camera from the computer, not my other camera, and then I can just dump that into my audio program, and it'll be on only one track, and I can go in and I can fix it so it's synchronized with my movements, which is just awesome, and I can't believe I figured that. I hope I can remember how I did it. I think I wrote it down. If I didn't, I just did it last night, so hopefully my memory isn't going that bad yet that I can't just recall from last night. But so I'm doing this kind of stuff. I don't know if I'm going to put anything. I don't know if I'm even going to get this out there. I have to figure out, once I get it down, how to mix it. I might add might add some other tracks to the program too. Have some music in there, a little introduction or something. I'd like to do. That sounds interesting. Something like that might be fun. And the only reason I'm thinking I might put this thing up, because I hope I'm not just talking too long and it's boring as heck, And if I put this up, I'm probably going to get a lot of stuff back about that, saying, "Man, that's just stupid." But I don't know. But anyway, so I'm just because I'm learning now, maybe it'll help somebody else who's thinking about doing something. And so I might put this out there anyway, even though it's really about nothing other than just what I'm trying to do, and you don't even know me. But maybe you'll know me later. I'll probably give you my name. But anyways, that's why I'm not going to do it now, just in case this really stinks. Okay, but or maybe I'll have one of those names that you on those websites, your username or something like that. But and I've also I went through a lot. I'm still going through. I would like to get a large condenser microphone because they're supposed to be good for this kind of thing. Although this thing sounds so good to me when I hear it back through my program, dry, just completely dry, flat. It sounds really good, and so I might not even need to get a large condenser. The only thing is I might want to do more than just I might want to hook up something separately. If I could hook my guitar up, I'm going to try something later too, an experiment, and just play my guitar. Even you'll hear everything through the same microphone, same channel. Everything will be going through this mic. It'll just be picking up everything. But I might want to do it separately and have maybe my guitar plugged into a different track on my audio interface. I have a few. I have like 4 to 8. I don't know, 8 tracks, depending on what kind of inputs you want to use. And so if I try something like that, later on I might want to have separate tracks. That way I have different control over, getting better sound over one or the other, differently, instead of just everything coming through this. And so I have to deal with everything coming through one mic, one track, and then that's the sound you have, and you have to compromise for everything else. But so I have this list, notebook here, if you can see it. Now you can't see me, but hopefully you can see the notepad, but it doesn't matter. It's just a bunch of ideas I have for different microphones. I might want to try and maybe get another good deal on an auction on something either new or next to new, because I don't know how much I trust buying something that's really used over these auction sites. But anyhow, so that's that. And I don't remember everything I wanted to mention because I've done this so many times, and I'm not taking notes as to what I want to say, because I just want it to be a natural, thing. I don't know, it's come out naturally to see. And I don't even know if this is going to work the way I want it to either. So if I could put all that work into outlining this podcast, and then again it doesn't work the way I want it to, then I'm going to be kind of irritated, because I'm already getting kind of frustrated trying to get this working. But it's fun, so I'm still trying. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna grab. I have a baritone guitar, which is between a regular guitar and a bass guitar in range, and it tunes just like a regular guitar, only you're starting on a different note. So anyways, that's other technical stuff, but and it's a pretty cool sounding instrument. It's acoustic. It's an arch top, and that's another really good deal I got several years ago that I didn't know if it was going to be, it was really inexpensive, and it was a new company, and I even wrote to them, and they told me that they're just putting out stuff now. They don't know if they're going to keep the business up. They just want to see how it works out. They're using the best quality materials that they can with the budget they had. And so usually a test of a decent guitar is, after a while, if the neck doesn't warp or do anything weird, then it's okay. And this one's okay. I left it in the closet for several years after I moved into our new house we got in 2005. Anyways, so I'm going to pick that up and see how that sounds through here, this mic, right now. Maybe I'll move it down a little bit. It is a condenser mic, which picks up more than just right when you're on it, but still just to help a little bit. All right, that was kind of corny, but just something simple just to get the idea and see if it comes off all right. And I took even longer on this one than I did the last one. The last couple of times I tried, I think we're 8 minutes and something, and this is getting close to 10. Or maybe it's going to be past 10 by the time if I don't shut up soon. All right, so and the ones before that were like 4 or 5 minutes, but hopefully this will work out well, and then I'll have to figure out to do all the rest of the stuff, which is to mix it down and put it in the format it needs to be in to upload, and everybody else out there is doing this stuff is probably like, oh, you don't know, it's so easy, you don't even know but I'm 45 years old. I think guys probably about half my age know a lot more about it than I do. Because of the technology, I went through recording on 4-track recorders and stuff like that, and with tape. And anyways, that's it for now. I hope that's enough to bore the heck out of you. So I end my sessions with dropping my clack and my pick on my desk. That was with 2 clacks. It landed on this little towel I have under the microphone stand, so it doesn't make too much of that kind of noise. All right. Until next time, if you even see me again. Hope you have a good life.